Good morning, dudes, and welcome to today's video. We're gonna be taking a look at another game submitted by one of you guys, as per usual, and well, let's just get to it. But before we talk about the game, I actually got a few things that I want to address concerning the whole, well, submitting a replay thing, if you don't mind. And I think after I've done that, I might just put all of the info down in the description, and then of course you guys know, so if anybody got any questions, you can just explain that to them. But it definitely helped to have people describe the replay. That was a fantastic idea. That's really been working out great. However, we need to make a few other things also happen. First of all, I would really appreciate it if you could try to keep the replay length to about 45 minutes. Right, 40 to 50 minutes. 50 minutes is like an upper limit in my eyes, right? Don't go past that. A lot of you really were just looking to get me shoutcasting for 1.5 hours. And honestly, that's something we can do once in a while, but not every day, right? Not on a regular basis. This replay right here is about 50-55 minutes long. And that's already, I don't know, it's pretty long, right? So if you could just tone that down a little bit. I know, it's less likely to get those fantastic games at 40 minutes. But still, let's try, right? Also, a good game to watch, it does not necessarily always need to be... Oh wait, what's going on here? Look at the Earthshaker! Look at him, he was doing the whole blocking shenanigans. Keep off the light, picks off a kill. And Patch, somehow, yeah, he's only got that level 1 hook. It's not really that powerful at that level. Oh my god, they are doing this shenanigan. Like the Earthshaker and the Keep off the light. That's really fancy. It's not particularly... I don't know, I wouldn't call it good, but if it works, like it works really well. And surprisingly enough, I'm not really sure if this is considered working, but let me go ahead and explain what he did. He basically hit himself right here. Then he used his fissure to block off this path. If you do that, your Shulker blocks off the rest of the way to get through it, and then this entire area is blocked off. Now if you got this open, then the creeps are gonna walk into the jungle over here and just continue stacking. Right, there's gonna be a huge clump of creeps. And you can keep that going for quite a while. Eventually this fills up and it's just like no space for creeps anymore. And at that point you unleash them all and start pushing like crazy. And that's what's happening right here. As you can see, these creeps, they're going in like crazy. Keep off the light using his blast as well to apply even more pressure. And actually Nex is in a little bit of a peculiar spot. And oh my god, Wave King might actually just get murdered by the creeps, but no. Barely manages to escape, eats a tree to get out of there. And it's actually kind of a shame that the Lifestealer did not elect to pick up a point into the open wounds. Personally, let me just say this much, I don't like Feast. I think Feast is great as an ability in general, but just get 1 point, that's good enough. You don't need more than that, right? Also, this is actually something that a lot of players don't think about. The Earthshaker tried to go for stun using his enchant totem. Now, let's just disregard the fact that it wasn't in range, right? Who cares? Of course, it wasn't in range, so it wouldn't have worked either way. But enchant totem doesn't actually stun. I know it looks like it does, but it doesn't actually stun in the slightest. Not at all. Not at all. What it does, however, is it's an active ability that you can cast, which then activates the aftershock and stuns. So that's just kind of a little bit... yeah. That's a little bit of interaction you really need to keep in mind. And I totally get that misconception. I can totally see where it's coming from. But it's just, you need to keep in mind that that's not actually how it works. It's not that enchant totem triggers any kind of stun. In the meantime, Wave King taking down the Lifestealer. He doesn't have enough mana to use the blast. And in fact, that was greedy. That wasn't gonna happen. Lifestealer's really quick. Really quick. Anyways, so let's get back to what I was talking about. First of all, let's try to keep the time just a little bit lower. And also try to make sure that the replay you're submitting is actually like entertaining, right? And not just entertaining for you to play. Because, yes, you managed to get that huge comeback after 70 minutes of your carry farming. But is that really that interesting to watch? Nah, not really. Interesting to watch are crazy strategies like this right here. Big plays, lots of team fights. Those are the things we are looking for. Farming? Nah, it's cool if it's in there because it's part of the game, right? But it's not necessarily the most valuable part of the game. Now let me actually say one thing that I feel like the Radiant didn't do right. This strategy is pretty awful, right? The whole creep stacking thing. But usually, you do it with an axe. And the axe sits up here and takes down the creeps. Not the Keep of the Light, though Keep of the Light actually can do so too. Though I think just having an axe would probably be better, because axe can really, really tank the creeps. And the main thing about axe is that not only can he tank the creeps and kill them, but he's also just really difficult to attack while that's happening, because he puts out so much DPS, right? It's just like, you don't want to get close to an axe if there's an entire creep wave pounding into him. You're like, nah, get that away from me. So, yeah, you just, yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult. That's a strat that only works if your enemy isn't, like, if your opposing players aren't expecting it. And, well, they weren't expecting it, that's for sure, but they quickly saw through it and pushed into the lane. In the meantime, a meatball coming out onto the Vengeful Spirit. That was actually a really, really well-positioned meatball. That was pretty fantastic. The Sunstrike, not so much, but, hey, that still worked out great. And this is an intros, I have never seen this, no. Vex Exhort Invoker. I'm just gonna take a guess and say that this guy's not too used to playing Invoker, because this is not a valid build, right? Vex Exhort, that's not very good. It's just not, right? You pretty much only rely on one ability in that case, which is the Meatball, and the Meatball is a good ability. But the Meatball isn't as good as Cold Snap and Forge Spirits or EMP Tornado, right? It's just not comparable. So, as much as the Meatball can deal ridiculous amounts of damage, it's just not good enough, right? That's always the thing you need to keep in mind. Is something that I'm doing, is it working? Or is it working well, right? Is it optimal? Or is it just kind of like, yeah, I guess if you get really lucky, you might be able to make this work? Which one is it? And which one do you want it to be? Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Oh well, let's go and criticize some more of these skill builds. I actually, for the next replay, I definitely want to do a competitive game. So I've been looking to ask you guys. Of course, since a lot of these competitive games are not scrims, well, I guess I could try to get some access. Oh, that would be interesting. Okay. So that just kind of popped into my head. But do you want to see scrims? Well, maybe we can get access to something like that, right? That's actually something I used to do a lot for Hon. A long ass time ago, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I had a semi-popular stream going on where we cast a lot of scrims. And, I don't know, maybe something like that. Or instead, are you looking for matches from a tournament? Now, I'm not gonna buy, like, crazy amounts of tournament tickets. I'm gonna, let me just say it the way it is. I'm gonna buy one ticket, okay? I'm gonna buy one tournament ticket. Not more than that, just one. So please, if you could just go ahead and tell me which one do you want, right? Like, which tournament do you think has got interesting games? Which tournament should I take games from to shoutcast and show you, like, competitive thingies? I'm also gonna try to catch up with the competitive scene. I wasn't really that involved, but yeah, well, yeah, I'm just gonna go watch some Toby. I always liked Toby. I don't know. And Luminous. I actually remember the early days of Luminous. I actually was subscribed to his first channel. Nobody remembers that channel anymore. That was years ago, man. Man, that's a long time ago. Maybe I can get in contact with him again. I actually remember. That was so long ago, but basically I asked him for a shout out back when he was like super small, and so was I, right? We had 1,000 subscribers, was quite the accomplishment back then. And I asked him for a shout out, and he actually gave one to me. I remember that. I'm not sure if the video is still up because he deleted that channel, but that's probably not up anymore. I don't think you can find it. Like, if you want to look for it, that's fine, but it's probably not around anymore. Also, it's not that interesting. I remember that. Maybe he remembers me too. He probably doesn't. Oh well. I should send him a message. Maybe we can get Lumin. But he's a big guy now. Like, he matters. I still don't. Oh well. In the meantime, we've got a little bit of a teamfight going. But yeah, leave a comment down below. First of all, with your replay. And one last thing I wanted to say is, from henceforth, I shall only commentate replays from the comment section of the video. Okay? Can we keep it to that? Because you guys have been kind of going crazy, posting on Facebook, posting underneath Minecraft videos, and I'm like, no, this doesn't relate. Stop that. Right, so could we just please keep it to the comment section of the video? Also, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. If it helps me. If you post it in the comment section, that means a higher search ranking for that video, which means more viewers from people that haven't seen my videos before, which means more subscribers, which means more YouTube money, which means better life, easy money. Kind of that thing, right? So, if you could just post it in the comments, that would be fantastic. I'm not gonna say that I won't consider it if you don't post it in the comments, but I won't like it. Let's just say it that way. Okay, I would be happy if you could just put it down there. Anyways, okay, we can finally get to the game. Man, that took a while. I got the tendency of getting distracted. You guys know it? You guys know that? I let my mind wander. Ah, I still can't pronounce that word. I let my mind wander and it didn't come back. I still like that quote. I think that quote actually sums up my channel perfectly. In the meantime, yeah, there's still this shenanigans going on. Some kind of quad lane with a lifestealer killing ancients. Quite honestly, I'm very confused by this strategy. But hey, I guess it's fine. Axe, in the meantime, got stunned right before he could cast his ultimate, but it doesn't even matter. For a meatball, takes down the Wraith King. In the meantime, nice hook coming out onto the Invoker. Pudge didn't feel like committing to an ultimate though, which he probably should have, since I believe that is an easy kill on a hero that is as squishy as an Invoker, especially if he's only got 200 HP left, right? There's actually no way Invoker would have survived that. Like, no fucking way. Just the rod alone would have been enough, but I guess he didn't want to commit. He feared that maybe the Earthshaker or the Axe are still around. And let's be honest, that's a reasonable fear. And actually turned out to be true, because they were still around. However, they weren't ready to fight in that particular moment. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a misjudgment. And interestingly enough, Axe, even though he's been very involved, like 4 kills, 3 assists, he is actually the one leading in creep kills. Isn't that insane? Welcome to Axe. Welcome to Axe. In the meantime, Itemization trying to chase him down. Well, both got blinks, so I wonder how effective he's really gonna be at this. And ever since they changed the blink to not having a mana cost, it's actually even more difficult to catch a hero like him if he's got a blink. But it turns out, yeah, just as I mentioned, he just gets away. And I guess that's fine. Now we got a Penta lane. What the hell? Oh man, the Penta lane at the top with a dual lane of Keep of the Light and Invoker going up against it. Now this is actually really fantastic for them, because Invoker went for Meatball and Keep of the Light went for Illuminate, of course. So pushing is probably not gonna be a thing that's gonna happen right here. Axe jumps in now, goes into the Wraith King. Wraith King gets executed, but the execute doesn't connect, so it's on cooldown now. Meatball drops on the Pudge. 2 meatballs slamming on each other. And that's a kill for the Invoker coming out. The Deafening Blast pushes the Wind Ranger just a little bit away. However, it appears she's probably gonna be fine. Axe, yet again, he doesn't have an execute. It's on cooldown. Meantime, Lifestealer comes in, takes down the Vengeful Spirit with a few hits of his claw? Hand? What does he have? What is his weapon, actually? It's got some sort of claw thingy. Yeah, I would call that a claw. I guess that's acceptable. Yeah, it's definitely a claw. In the meantime, oh, Anti-Mage getting stunned. Not necessarily the greatest stacking of stuns, however, it still worked out in the end. Lifestealer caught by the Pudge. One hook deals a ton of damage, and now he's getting turned on, though. Yeah, that's actually where the high level of Feast comes in really handy, regening a lot of life from that motherfucker. And Axe gets stunned as well. Everybody's just stunned all the time in this game. Earthshaker coming in, trying to help somebody, gets one slap onto the Vengeful Spirit. It's not enough though. And wow, the swap coming out, but Tower's too busy attacking the creeps. I don't know, I thought that's what she was going for. It's just not working. Another meatball connects, but not really that well. It deals a bit of damage. I don't believe it's enough though. Wraith King? Ah, he doesn't have the mana for a resurrection. And it appears Vengeful Spirit is just gonna have to fall back right here. Actually, mana has been a huge issue for the dire side right here. Honestly, some mana boots on maybe the bench as opposed to power threats would be a good idea, is all I'm saying. Parch should also probably pick up some mana boots because they are just they just don't have enough of it, right? Hurry up, time is mana. Nobody's got enough mana. Because as we know, time is money and time is mana. So money is mana, or mana is money. So if you're buying mana boots, you're basically buying money boots. Get mana, acquire bitches. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Makes sense to me, okay? Sounds reasonable to me. That's all I'm saying. Now, surprisingly enough, this Invoker is actually doing really well. I've got to admit, that's actually pretty neat. I didn't expect that, but I guess the Vex Exhort Invoker in its game that pretty much consists of team fights exclusively is a pretty good idea, surprisingly enough. Though that's the thing, right? Like, he's doing well now, but you always need to keep in mind, like, how much better would he do if he went for a conventional build, right? Like, how much better would an EMP Invoker be right here? They already got mana issues. What if an EMP hit like 3 of their heroes? Holy balls, they wouldn't be able to do shit. That's all I'm saying, right? It might work, but other things might have worked better. Now, in terms of GPM, it's not even fair. Not even fair to make that comparison. I like what Anti-Mage is doing. Look at this guy. He realizes he's not gonna get to farm this game. He's just not gonna get to farm this game. So he's going for straight Manta style, I assume. He's gonna keep that Ring of Health. I wonder if he's gonna build that into like a Vanguard, or if he's gonna keep it. Oh, nice Sunstrike. Oh, no, the wave, it's not enough, it's not enough. The wind range keeps her alive. And I believe she's gonna be just fine. And by the way, I refuse to call it Wind Run. Wraith King in the meantime gets picked off. He does have the reincarnation though. Comes back into the fight. Anti-Mage pounding into the Keeper of the Light. Bursts him down with the ultimate, dealing a ton of damage to the rest of the team as well. And it appears Lifestealer. Oh my god, that was such a clutch and fast. Invoker uses the invisibility, and it appears they're going to be fine. However, Axe is looking to make something happen. Invoker is still around too, at least trying to get some slows in. And he reveals himself. Lifestealer pops out of the Invoker. And oh my god, that was so damn close. If he had gotten that hit off, he would be dead for sure. But Lifestealer is still the big target. Is still the big target for the Dire. They are still looking to get him, but it appears it's now a higher priority to take down the Anti-Mage instead. Oh, no, not take him down, but instead save him, right? Keep him alive. And Axe is actually gonna get picked off as well. That's a double kill coming out for the Wind Ranger. Oh, that's fantastic. Wow, that went really well for them, surprisingly enough. And by really well, I mean like they only lost 1 hero and got 2 kills. It's like, yeah. Actually, did they only lose 1? Didn't Vengeful die earlier than that? I'm not quite convinced that she did, though. I don't know. I don't know anymore what is happening. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, Drums of Endurance on an Earthshaker. Now, this is actually not a good skill build. Right. Enchant Totem is a good ability. However, it is not as good as Aftershock. It's just not. I see a lot of Earthshakers actually max out Enchant Totem recently. And I just think it's a bad build, right? Like, I did it once in a video, and I was just to be kidding around a bit, right? Just to fuck with people, because it was playing carry Earthshaker. But you need to keep in mind that carry Earthshaker is not actually viable. Earthshaker is not a carry. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called carry Earthshaker. It would be called Earthshaker, right? So, Aftershock is what you want to max. Right now, his skill build should be 1 point into Enchant Totem, and 4 points into Aftershock. Because that's just more effective. It's just better. More stun duration. You get more, well, you don't really get more damage with Enchant Totem. I guess this is the higher DPS build. But, I don't know. It's just less reliable, I feel. I don't like it. I don't like it. And, of course, like, if you're looking to get some big ultimates off, like, if he's of course trying to get a Blink sometime soon, right? He's playing Earthshaker after all. You always want Blink on Earthshaker. He blinks in. Echo Slams is gonna stun for 0.6 seconds as opposed to 1.5 because Echo Slam itself, yet again, doesn't have a stun duration. It's all about the casts on Earthshaker. Now, it's a little bit confusing, as with the Enchant Totem, because the hero is built in such a way that they assume you're skilling Aftershock, and so the animations look like they would do a stun. But they don't stun themselves. I don't know, it's just a little bit of something I should keep in mind. Meantime, Wraith King being a ridiculous bastard. I like that though. That's cocky. That's risky. Make something happen. In the meantime, Anti-Mage going in like crazy gets picked off. Yeah, dying like that. Kind of to be expected, really. I don't know. Assuming that you get out of there alive, fighting 3 heroes. That's probably not a good idea. Let me tell you, that's a surefire way to get killed. If you're looking to get killed, that's how you get killed. 1 versus 3 as an anti-mage, as an underfarmed anti-mage at that. Probably not gonna happen. He's got himself a Yasha though, and he's actually got a decent amount of money saved up. Let me be honest, I wouldn't be... Oh, that's steal! That's steal! Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, man, the wind range being a big deal, of course. It slows. A lot of players tend to forget about that, but it slows. It slows, so... Wind range, oh wind range. She's an interesting lady. I'm not really the biggest fan of her skill build yet again. I could keep on going on about skill builds all day, every day in this game. But hey, screw it. Oh, Wraith King is actually... Oh, that was so close. One more hit. Might have done it. If it was a crit, definitely. So damn close. And yes, it appears that the anti-mage actually felt like going for that Vanguard, just to get a little bit more survivability. That's good. This is actually, I like this build. Now you need to keep in mind, like, he's not doing well, right? He doesn't have an opportunity to farm. If he went for a Battle Fury, he might not even have it by now. But this way, he gets to stay alive with the Vanguard, and this right here gives him some movement speed. And the movement speed is essential, because he is looking to burn through their mana. That's his goal right now. Right now, he's quite literally the anti-mage, right? He's just there to go in and maybe get a hit in on the Lifestealer. Maybe prevent another open wounds or the rage, right? Go in on the Earthshaker. Prevent another Fissure. Burn through their mana and maybe get off a nice ultimate. That's his goal. And oh, Invoker. Invoker pushes him away with the Deafening Blast. Now, Anti-Mage is still Anti-Mage, so he's really difficult to catch. Axe coming in as well. Sunstrike gonna connect. No! That was actually really close. Anti-Mage suicides for the Wind Ranger though. I'm just hoping that she actually gets a Vein now. Though, let's be honest, I doubt it. Nope. She gave up using that ability. I'm not sure if I like that. Like, Anti-Mage sacrificed himself for you. I'm not sure if that was what he was shooting for, but that's what he did. So, oh my god, Punch! Oh, you fat little buddy. Yeah, don't mess with those creeps. And he's probably gonna die right here, actually. Yeah, he's gonna get massacred. Just absolutely ruined. Ugh. Some would even say he got executed. Ah, yeah! Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, we are like 24 minutes into the video. If you enjoy the video, if you think you're gonna continue watching, then please leave a rating on the video. That would really be fantastic. That would really help me out a lot. And also, as per usual, leave your match ID down below. Can be one of your games, can be a game of your friend, can be a game that you haven't even participated in, such as a professional game. Any of that is fine. Just leave it down below, describe it a little bit, and I'm gonna take a look at it. Yes, indeed. In the meantime, somehow Wraith King managed to pick up the axe. That is really, really odd. Really odd. I like what he's doing though. Like, this guy, I wouldn't really call this split pushing. I wouldn't. Because there's no other push going on. Right? He's just sitting top, and it's like, I don't care. Like, you guys push my bet, I don't care. I'm gonna get the BKB. I'm gonna get an armlet. My goal right here is to get some money, right? And then I'm gonna fight you. And if it takes all day to get that money, and if you guys push in 3 sets of my barracks, I'm gonna get some money. And then I'm gonna start fighting you. Because right now, I'm just not of any use, and it's pointless. And, oh, Butch takes that one. But I like that attitude. I like that attitude. It's got this certain kind of self-awareness to it. Where it's like, I know how powerful I am, and I know that right now, I cannot fight you. I just can't. So I'm gonna stick back, sit back, and wait. I am patient. I'm the Wraith King. I'm not called the Wrath King. The Wraith King. And I don't know, but Wraiths, they've been dead for a goddamn while. Give them some slack. Like, cut them some slack, right? They got all the time in the world. And, well, that's what he's here to do. Also, he might be very obstructed and confused by the Nutella on her booty. Which, I don't know. I don't like Nutella. But, hey, if that's what you're into, I'm not gonna judge. Oh, that hook. He had a few opportunities to hook right there. He missed all of them. I don't know. I'm not even gonna excuse that. That was pretty awful. That was pretty awful. The thing about Pudge. Okay, let me go ahead and explain how to Pudge hook. You hook. Oh, by the way, Wraith King's probably gonna get taken out right here. Oh, nice swap! Nice swap! And now she's keeping that Blink Dagger on cooldown. Well, it was on cooldown anyways, but... Oh, man. Oh, man, that was really close. But hey, it appears the Wraith King managed to get out of there alive. Yeah, I wouldn't be that cocky. It wasn't actually you that got away. It was the Vengeful Spirit that made that happen. Anyways, but... If you're playing Pudge, right? You're looking to hook in such a way that it is easy to hook. You're not looking for the fancy hooks. You're looking for the easy ones. Right? So if somebody's stunned, hook him. If somebody is standing around, hook him. If somebody's running in a straight line, hook him. If none of those things are true, and you're not comfortable hooking, don't hook. Just run up to them and eat them. That is something a lot of Pudge players seem to forget about. Pudge, actually a lot of players seem to forget about a lot of things today, don't they? Anyways, Pudge doesn't require you to hook before using his ultimate. Or using his rod. You can't just run in there and start eating somebody. Like, he doesn't care. Oh my god, that meatball completely destroying the Vengeful Spirit. Axe in the meantime sitting in the back. Gets murdered by the wind ranging focus run thingy. I don't know. Wind focus. I don't even care at this point. And the mage drops a great ultimate. Destroys. Absolutely murders the Invoker. Which of course got a ton of mana. Especially since he also went for Exhort. Gives him more intelligence and consequently more mana. But Wraith King again overcommitting. Oh, the nice hook though, the nice hook! Picks off the Earthshaker, and now it's a one-on-one Wraith King versus the Lifestealer. Oh, Pudge eating him while he had the ultimate active. Not the ultimate, but the rage active. Wraith King, you need to toggle your armlet. Oh, he's not toggling, but the... he picks him off anyways. Gets the kill, the Pudge took the aggro from the Lifestealer. I totally know what he was doing. He was trying to reach him some HP with the feast. Not a good idea. Not a good idea, good sir. I guess it was the only way to really get out of there. But let me be honest, I'm quite disappointed with this Wraith King. Like, he totally could have beaten that Lifestealer in a one-on-one. Let me just be a cocky bastard for a minute. But if you're playing against me, right? I've got my armlet on my strength hero, or on any hero in fact. And we're just going one-on-one at it, and we're just hitting each other. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose 100% of the time. There's no way that you're gonna win that fight. No way. This is just not going to happen. Why? Because it's so damn easy to toggle armlet in between attacks. Toggling armlet while in the middle of a team fight, that's difficult, right? That requires a ton of luck, a ton of timing, and a ton of experience. That's really, really difficult to do. Toggling an armlet in a one-on-one fight where all you're doing is hitting each other at set intervals, because the attack speed is always going to stay the same. No, it's always going to stay the same. Even if you troll Warlord, it's still the same, right? It gets increased, but against troll Warlord, that's a special case, because like at that point it's really difficult to toggle since he's attacking that quickly. Oh, this is actually going to be a nice catch. Oh, Earthshaker! Oh, the nice ultimate! The sweet ultimate! He picks off the Wind Ranger, and now it's just a freaking feast of massacre. Wow, that was a fantastic, fantastic ultimate. 3 kills. I suspect it's gonna be 4. I don't really see the Vengeful Spirit getting away from this. Lifestealer blocking the path, the slow coming out, the hits coming out, and that should make for a nice and easy kill. That was beautiful. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, they grouped up unnecessarily, so paid the price. Paid the price. That was sweet. That was a sweet ultimate Earthshaker. Oh well. Where was I going with what I was just talking about? I might have forgotten. Or might have remembered. And then forgotten. Which is the same fucking thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh well. Let's actually take a look at the items. Items and GPM. The only things that matter. Last year I got himself an Assault Cuirass. I'm not sure if I like that too much. Assault Cuirass is a good item, don't get me wrong. It's a very good item indeed. Unbelievably so, but I don't particularly like it as your first item. Nah. It's not good enough for that. You don't deal damage yet, so get something else instead. Keeper of the Light, got himself a pipe and a mecha. Wow, this guy got a ton of money. I guess it's a Keeper of the Light though. So he's actually really, really tanky and a huge asset to this team. I like this. I like this item build a lot. It's actually pretty good. And we also got an Invoker going for Crystallis, which is awful. You should definitely, without question, every single game go for an Agonimus. He's not doing so, and that's horrendous. But then again, he's also not the best at invoking. So, whatever. Earthshaker, he's got himself a blink, as we just saw. And Axe, of course, blinks in. Taunts the anti-mage. Manages to blink out of there. The teleport, really, really damn powerful. And a nice power shot. But is it really enough to make anything happen? I don't know. It just dealt a little bit of damage. It's probably not going to accomplish anything. Wraith King, in the meantime, just wasting all of his mana. Oh, fantastic hook coming out. Now, that was a really damn sweet hook. And Keeper of the Light just falls to the ground. No hope left for him. However, in the meantime, Wind Ranger taken down. Yeah, I don't know. These players are really cocky. And Wraith King taking a ton of damage. He's got a resurrection, so he's gonna be right back. But is it enough to get anything done? Most certainly not. Especially not with the meatball coming out. Now it appears the Vengeful Spirit and Pudge realize that there's no point in fighting right now because they really just don't have the power. So they're gonna start some kind of pushing shenanigans. Axe actually blinks away. Doesn't want to risk getting stunned and hooked. I'm not sure if that would have been his demise, though. I assume so, probably. The Vengeful Spirit actually got herself a Sentient Yasha, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But considering she's still warding, I'm actually okay with it. Right, if she wasn't warding and instead got herself Sentient Yasha, that would just be awful. A lot of players seem to have the misconception that... Man, I need to get away from that phrase. But a common misconception is that Vengeful Spirit is some sort of carry. She's not. She really she just got too low of a range, right? And honestly, the thing about Vengeful Spirit is she's like one of those heroes where I guess in theory she can carry, but it just doesn't work out. It's mostly the range, right? You just cannot get hits in with her. And she's basically a melee without lacking, while lacking all of the nice things that melees get to make up for the fact that they are melee. And as a result, she's just not that great. And the thing is that most of her abilities, right? Yes, you could say the Wave of Terror helps her carry. And that's true, actually. Reduces armor, that's pretty cool. You could say Vengeance Aura helps her carry. Ah, that's true. 36 bonus damage. That's pretty sweet. That's a lot. Like if you build for base damage, that's really, really powerful. Oh, another sweet hook coming out on the Keeper of the Light though. Pudge doesn't have the mana, he doesn't want to commit. And in the meantime, oh, Wraith King getting pounded into. He doesn't have an ultimate, he's gonna just get executed. The worst form of getting executed. Execute! Nah. But yes, of course, the Vengeance Aura is really nice. The Magic Missile keeps somebody around, so that's sweet, right? That could help her carry. And then the Never Swap. Well, I don't really see the purpose of that, right? Like in terms of carrying. But hey, it might come in handy once in a while. Now the thing is, think about the things I just mentioned. And like how many of those would be true. Oh. Should have timed the stunts just a little bit better. He could have gotten that. He definitely could have gotten that. Yeah, that's stun timing. He screwed it up just a little, and he paid the price. Oh well. It appears Anti-Mage is actually looking to make something happen. It gets a nice ultimate off on Lifesteal. Lifesteal turns it around. He still had enough mana for a feast. He's now regening a lot of his HP. It's still not enough. Patch denies himself? No, wow, that was really damn close. Almost killed himself. And it appears that this is the end of that fight, and yeah. The Dire actually got a really nice fight right there. Was a little bit messed up and a little bit split up, right? It wasn't the kind of clash where everybody was fighting at the same time, then people died. It was like somebody died over there, somebody died over here, right? Just giant clusterfuck of nothing, because there was no clusterfuck. So, but yeah. Anyways, I was talking about Venge. The thing is, all of those things I just mentioned that make her a carry are true for another carry on her team, right? He gets the aura. Well, as long as she is around, but she will be, because with a team fight, of course, they are right next to each other. He gets the benefit of the Wave of Terror. He gets the benefit of the stun. And he even gets the benefit of the ultimate being able to be saved in a horrible moment. So basically what we end up with is an anti-mage with additional carry abilities. It's just that they are slapped onto another hero. While Vengeful Spirit is just her own carry abilities. Do you see why she's a support now? She supports the carries, right? That's what she does. Other supports like Wind Ranger, she sets stuff up, right? She got a shackle shot. She locks people down. She's really strong in the laning phase, actually, with the power shot dealing a ton of damage. She got her own kind of utility. And same is true for Keeper of the Light, right? All of these support heroes, they do have their own kind of utility. And the utility of Vengeful Spirit is to make her carries more powerful. Not necessarily to make the enemy heroes weaker, like a Wind Ranger does through attacking them and stunning them, but instead through buffing her own carry. Kind of. It's not necessarily true, because like most of her abilities affect the ally, but you get enemy, but you get the idea, right? You get the idea. In the meantime, Anti-Mage taking a bit of damage right here. And it appears Wraith King gets taken down. He's still got an Aegis, actually, so that's a second resurrection. Wind Ranger takes out the Earthshaker. And now Wraith King. Yeah. Some people in some circles of this world would describe that as unconsensual sexual intercourse. I won't, because that's awful. That's not nice. However, it was still very much a resemblance of that. That was just, let's just be honest, it also wasn't nice. So yeah. Meantime, Lifestealer going on to the patch. Nice 4-staff, keeps him safe, and it appears the Lifestealer is now probably gonna get cut down by the glaze of the Anti-Mage. And yes, indeed, that is what's going to happen right here. And now the Anti-Mage chases down the Keeper of the Light. That's another kill. Also picks up a ton of farm in the meantime, so that's pretty neat. Now, something that the Anti-Mage appears to be doing is going for... He's going for a Battle Fury. I don't like that. Not this late into the game. Like, at this point, just get something that's more like him. Get you hard. I mean, why the hell not? But then again, like Battle Fury is just really nice on Anti-Mage. Like, it's not the terrible item to get. Personally, I would just still prefer it if you went for something that's a little bit more carry style, because, I don't know. He doesn't really need the Battle Fury for farming anymore. Like, at this point, he doesn't need a cleave to farm. Instead, he can just rely on his damage, because he already deals a good chunk of it. got a Manta style after all, and assuming he hadn't bought this, he could have like an Eagle Song. Which is pretty neat. Right. That's what? 25 additional agility? That's pretty good. It's pretty damn powerful. So. Again, I keep talking about the same things. I keep repeating it. Let's calm down a little. It was a nice game though. I've been really enjoying this. Reaver. He actually does have his heart. He just needs to buy it. And well, he's sending the courier to the side shop as we speak. I still refuse to call it a secret shop because it's obviously not a secret. Even the stupid look, even the Doggernaut, even the Doggernaut knows where the secret shop is. It's just not a secret, right? How can it be a secret if the Doggernaut knows where it is? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh well. So Itemization is actually ramping up to be pretty scary right now. Surprisingly enough, he's doing well. And Vengeful Spirit going in onto the Keep of the Light. Itemization doesn't hit anything. He's blinded. And it doesn't appear like he's going to be able to get anything done. No. No. I was really close, really clutch. But despite that, nonetheless, it's of no relevance, right? Because it just didn't work out for him. Meantime, Lifestealer, I should have activated the Rage earlier. Pays the price for it. Goes down. Shot down by the Wind Ranger. Ha, quite literally. And now she's going on to the Earthshaker. Using her silence a little bit prematurely, I would dare to say. I guess she was going for the damage, but honestly, I don't know. I'm not too convinced that I like that. I guess in the end it didn't make a difference, because either way, I don't believe she could have gotten that kill. However, it now appears that it's a 4 against 3 scenario. Axe is gonna be back, so it's a 4 against 4. I wonder who is more essential, Lifestealer or the Anti-Mage. But we're gonna see about that. We're gonna see about that. Barracks is getting pushed. Meatball comes out. Wraith King. That's a huge initiation onto a hero. They can still resurrect. And in fact, he isn't even dead yet. He's still doing just fine. This guy doesn't like armlet toggling though, so he's gonna get back into the fight. EMP coming out. You know, maybe could have used that a little bit earlier. And it appears. Oh, the Dire is sacrificing him. Maybe. I'm not entirely convinced yet. Yes. Yes, indeed. He does get executed. Execute. And in the meantime, Earthshaker trying to maybe catch one last hero, but that won't be the case. That's not what's going to happen right here. Now Anti-Mage is back, and this time Axe left. So, another time we ask ourselves the question, who is more essential? Axe or Wraith King? I guess that's a pretty easy answer though. Like, I would put all of my Axe into the basket of the Wraith King, but actually no, it's not that easy. Because Axe is one of those heroes, like he's an initiator, right? And initiators are scary, because if an initiator, that's why I like initiators so much. I really, really do like heroes like that. Earthshaker, Axe, Enigma, Tidehunter. These are initiators. And if an initiator does his job well, it's not a case of, well, that did have a big impact on that one hero right here. No, if an Earthshaker does... if an initiator does his job well, that's a team wipe. And actually, Earthshaker wastes his Echo Slam, and oh my god, Vengeful Spirit picking up the triple. Turning into a powerhouse. Got to a Mask of Madness after all. Got like 3 attack modifiers, so I guess you can never have enough of those. This is, by the way, utterly pointless. Desolator with the Mask of Madness. Ugh, that's horrendous. Axe is now taking a ton of damage. Vengeful Spirit sitting here. She's putting out a lot of damage. There's no denying that. And she's actually hitting down the Axe quite a lot. It, however, doesn't make a difference. The Blade Mail is too strong. Of course, the funny thing is, right, she hits him for 100 damage. He's got the Blade Mail, which hits her for 100 damage back. But she also got a Mask of Madness. So she quite literally hurts herself for more damage than she deals to him. There's no way you're gonna win that fight against a hero that doubles your HP amount. Well, not necessarily doubles, but he's got quite a chunk more, right? He's got like 1,000 more. That's quite the amount. So, yeah. This is horrendous still, by the way, this item build. Also that buyback. I don't like the way this Vengeful Spirit is playing. Like, this is terrible. That's just awful. Well, just sell the Mask of Matt. I can't get on board with the Desolator, okay? I totally can. That's totally fine with me. Totally can get on board with that. But the thing is, I cannot get on board with the Mask of Madness. Because first of all, it overrides her Desolator effect. So this item is quite literally just 60 additional damage. Which, if you think about it, that is more expensive than, what is it called, actually? I don't remember. Oh my god, Axe. You were completely off with that. Actually, Axe is gonna get picked off right here, isn't he? Oh. Oh, that was pretty neat. Anyways, where is it? Basher right here, and then we go into this Sacred Relic. Right, a Sacred Relic is 3800 gold, adds 60 damage. This right here is 4100 gold and adds 60 damage, because the minus armor doesn't apply, since it's also a unique attack modifier. Now, there's actually an interesting mechanic in this game, where you, as a ranged hero, can indeed have two attack modifiers, two unique attack modifiers at that. The one being Skadi and Lifesteal. You can have both of them active at the same time. I know, it's just the way it is, right? This is not a bug, this is intended. I'm not entirely convinced that I know why, but that's just the way of it. That's just how it goes, and so those, even though I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, because usually you're better off just getting other items, those at least work, right? This right here just doesn't work. So that's pretty awful. And I guess this Ancient Yasha, it's also a unique attack modifier, but only on one hit, only if she procs. So that's actually not that big of a deal, but oh well. Oh well. Meantime, bottom tower actually got taken out. It doesn't appear that they want to continue pushing into the space, which would be a really dumb idea. Really, really bad, in fact, because there are 4 heroes of the Radiant and only 2 of the Dire. This is also something that we, as experts on the subject, like to call suicide, or also completely fucking dumb. But some people still swear to it to this day, and what can I do other than judge them and tell them that they are goddamn idiots? So that's what I'm going to do. If you go in like that, you're a goddamn idiot. Let's actually take a look at these. That's kind of what I suspected. Oh, that's actually very surprising. The gold is very similar. Very similar. Let's take a look at the net worth. Yeah, you can tell, can't you? Oh, this is pretty fascinating. Didn't expect that. Experience is completely out of hand, right? Like, just crazy out of hand. But actually, Vengeful Spirit being level 25. This is just sad. The worst part about something like this, right, is not only is this bad, but it's also working. Which, yeah, again, right? Does it working indicate whether or not it's good? No, not in the slightest. Oh, that was a fantastic hook. He didn't necessarily catch him afterwards, but I suspect that, yeah, you're gonna be able to pick him off. Nice taunt, though. That was actually a pretty fantastic taunt. And the blink anti-mage blinks into the right direction. And now we go with the ultimate. Dismember. No way the Axe survives that. And somehow, some way, the Earthshaker also got taken out. Wraith King. Wraith King did that. Oh, this guy is actually going for... This is an item build I can agree with, by the way. Heaven's Halberd. Yeah, sure. Lifestealer. Invoker. Invoker is going for some sort of semi-carry bullshit, right? Might as well apply that to him. That's a really, really good item build that I can definitely agree with. He's not going to be that powerful on the damage. But, well, he's got to be... Oh, actually, Lifestealer doing some tricky maneuver. Going on to the Wraith King. He's going to take him down once. However, the Resurrection is still around. The Slow is coming out. And Wraith King? Oh my god, first hit bash. Is he going to try to fight this? I highly doubt it. But, well, at this point, he really has to. I wonder now. He, for the first time in this game, is trying himself at some armor toggling. And, well, he gets taken down. In the meantime... It appears that the Dire just pushed their barracks because they can, really, and they're not gonna take down this as well. Honestly, this little fight was more interesting because, just hitting the barracks. I've seen more interesting things in my life. Well. I guess they're just gonna finish this game up. I guess they're just gonna do it. Barracks, well, not barracks, but tower taking a bit of damage and gets destroyed. Barracks dropping. Pudge sitting there. It doesn't appear that he's got any. Actually, no. Tossed out the hook after making sure that they don't suspect anything. Earthshaker just runs in. That's a new school Earthshaker I have learned, where you don't use a blink anymore. Instead, you just run in. In the meantime, Lifestealer, who went for like full retard attack speed, is just getting destroyed because it's not a good build, and he is not very effective using that. So, of course, now there's one last barracks alive. If this drops, the game's over. It's really that simple. If they manage to keep this alive, the game's probably still over, but less over, I guess. However, they won't be able to do so. The Vengeful Spirit is gonna take it down, and that should be the game. They're not gonna win against Mega Creeps. That's just not going to happen. Meantime, Axe. Actually, goddammit, that Blade Mail. That Blade Mail being a huge damn deal. Gets 2 kills as a result. He's gonna get taken down by the Anti-Mage. A few cuts of his blade. Yeah, slice and dice him into half. However, at this point it doesn't even matter. For the Mega Creeps are here. Anti-Mage is sitting in your base. The towers are dropping. Your key heroes are dead. Yeah, there's probably no saving you. The Anti-Mage taking a bit of damage right here. Gonna blink away. Doesn't care for the mana leak in the slightest. Well, he's the Anti-Mage. He doesn't really like mana. Hurry up. Time is mana. Actually, he should like mana, because Anti-Mage likes money. Nah, whatever. Whatever. And oh my god, look at this Wind Ranger. That's pretty much the most cocky thing I've ever seen. Just being like, oh, I'm gonna sit in the middle of 5 heroes. I don't know why I should care. Well, honestly, why should she? Why should she? And well, the Mega Creeps are... Those are not Mega Creeps yet. No, no. Where are they? Well, no, actually, no Mega Creeps yet. Well, the next wave is gonna be Mega Creeps, so... Once those arrive, it's pretty much done. No. Pudge already feels like finishing. Yeah. Guess that should do it. Guess that should do it. So that was the game. So that was the game. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. That would be fantastic. Down in the comments, leave your match ID. And well, I hope to see all of you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some feedback as per usual. And goodbye, everybody.